Hey, welcome back to YT Finance, and today we are talking about Nano Dimension Stock and Lucid Motors CCIV stock. For Nano Dimension Stock news today, we will be breaking down NNDM stock, which has the potential to experience hyper growth, but that could be delayed because Nano Dimension CEO has not announced any acquisitions or mergers yet because he is waiting for a good deal. On the other hand, if Nano Dimension stock is added to Ark's Space ETF, that could give the NNDM stock price a really big boost. After we talk about Nano Dimension stock, we will talk about Lucid Motors stock and what price target I think Lucid Motors stock will be by 2022. Go and like this video right now for Nano Dimension stock and CCIV stock, and let's make you some free money with Webull. Webull is a free brokerage app where you can buy and sell stocks, options, and cryptocurrencies. But right now, you can get 2 free stocks with Webull. You can get the first free stock, which can be worth anywhere from $2 to $250 for just creating an account. And you can get a second free stock, which can be worth up to $1,600 if you invest $100 or more on your first deposit. You will have a 1 in 100 chance of getting stocks like Facebook, Starbucks, or Snapchat, and you have a 1 in 50 chance of getting stocks like Google or Procter & Gamble. To get this offer, just press on the link in my description box down below, but do it quickly because this offer will not last forever. And without further ado, let's get into today's stories. Investors are always on the hunt for the next big thing, and if that's you, Nano Dimension is a good choice to look into if you can afford the risk of a speculative play, or if you need stocks in the 3D printing industry to diversify your overall portfolio. If you remember, last year there was an insane bear market, which made one of the best investing opportunities in recent years, especially when it comes to NNDM stock. In 2020, the market bottomed out, and if you would have invested into Apple stock, you would be up around 100%. If you bought Tesla stock, you would be up around 665%. But Nano Dimension stock has them all beat, because if you invested into NNDM stock, you would have made over 1,200% in returns. However, this was no surprise because of how cheap NNDM stock was, which was around 75 cents at the time, and now Nano Dimension is around $10, plus the market cap is around $2.5 billion. So why am I telling you this? Well, it's because Nano Dimension's growth is not done yet. Nano Dimension is not the same company as it was a year ago, and now it has the right setup to experience hypergrowth once again. Nano Dimension has been improving itself since 2012, and its main focus was on 3D printing circuit boards, but now it's 3D printing many different types of electronics while also maintaining their roots of printing 3D circuit boards. But where is this hypergrowth going to come from, and when will it happen? Well, I have no idea when it will happen, but we do have hints. For example, Cathie Wood's Ark Invest loves their NNDM stock. Cathie Wood sees a bright future for 3D printing technology, especially when it comes to Nano Dimension, which incorporates artificial intelligence into their 3D printing machines. On top of that, Ark Invest loves how Nano Dimension has contracts and agreements with aerospace and defense contractors that have adopted this new technology because it allows them to develop their own technology in-house without giving top secret information away to other manufacturers. Cathie Wood also has allocated NNDM stock into multiple ARK ETFs to where their ARKQ ETF holds around 7 million NNDM shares. So Cathie is certainly putting her money where her mouth is. Nano Dimension has also gotten minor grants by the government, plus Nano Dimension has loads of capital on hand and basically no debts, to where this sets Nano Dimension up for a nice time to acquire another company, which could send the stock price surging, or Ark could add Nano Dimension stock to their Space ETF, which would cause hyper growth, or Nano Dimension could land more defense and aerospace contracts thanks to their recent test mission with L3 Harris, which I reported on last time. So there are multiple ways this hypergrowth can be achieved. Now, ideally, you can take the recent NNDM stock price pullback to buy it below $10, which is where you would want your average price to be if you believe in the company and if you are holding long term. Otherwise, don't buy too much, don't take on unnecessary risk, and if you want diversification with a safe 3D printing stock, just buy PRNT or ARKQ. Now let's talk about Churchill Capital, ticker symbol CCIV, and Lucid Motors, which you probably know are merging together. But according to recent yet constantly changing metrics, Lucid Motors is worth around $47 billion. So I'm going to explain why the company will be worth so much and why it's going to be worth more by 2022, and why buying now could be a good option for you. Semi-recently, the CCIV stock price dropped from $64 all the way down to $22, even though right now the CCIV stock price sits close to $26. But should you buy that right now? I would say that depends on multiple factors, such as your holding time, your availability for risk, the type of account you will put the stock into, and so on. But since I do not know your individual situation, we can discuss what Lucid Motors margins would be, and what stock price they could hit by 2022 and 2024. Many legacy car makers like Ford just do not and will not have the margins that a luxury electric vehicle company like Lucid can create, which means that Lucid can sell less cars than Ford and still be much richer. For instance, and I quote, "Buyers have responded by opening their wallets and paying the premium. With Tesla, analysts now estimate that the firm will generate a 5.3% net margin in 2022, 4 times greater than Ford's recent average. Put another way, if Lucid achieves just a 10% margin, which is 10 times higher than Ford, the EV startup could theoretically produce a tenth of the cars and still achieve the same or greater market value." By this logic, Lucid stock could reach $50 by 2022 and $100 by 2024, which would mean Lucid would be worth around $160 billion then. Lucid already has great vehicles and great margins, but its competitors like Fisker, ticker name FSR, and NIO, ticker symbol NIO, will take away some of the market share in this more than ideal scenario. Also, we will have to watch out for the many legacy car makers like BMW, which are producing electric vehicles, and of course, we have to worry about Tesla, which is the big giant, which could leave Lucid Motors stock stagnant for years to come. However, I do not see any harm in diversifying among all of these vehicle makers, but what do you all think? Comment down below your thoughts. Remember to like this video, subscribe if you are new, and I will see all of you in the next YT video.